Warm greetings to you, dear watcher, and a very happy Easter season to your home. May this day be filled with the gentle sunshine of spring, the quiet joy of renewal, and the sweet laughter of those you hold most dear. There is something about Easter that softens the world. The pastel colors, the chocolate eggs hidden in dewy grass, the sense that after a long quiet, life is blooming again. And this year, that softness found a particularly beautiful expression in a place many did not expect: the Instagram feed of Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, known in this new chapter of her family's life as Meghan Sussex. On Easter morning 2026, as the California sun rose over the Montecito hills, Meghan shared a carousel of images and a short video clip that, within hours, melted the hearts of millions around the world. The post was simple, warm, and utterly personal, a far cry from the polished, formal royal communications of the past. It showed Prince Archie, who had just turned 6, and Princess Lilibet, now 4, in the midst of a joyful Easter egg hunt on the sprawling grounds of their home. The caption read, "Happy Easter from Meghan Sussex. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet Easter egg hunt. Hashtag Easter 2026. Happy Easter. Video, Meghan." And just like that, the world was invited into a moment of pure, unguarded childhood happiness. To understand why this post resonated so deeply, we must first set the scene. Montecito, California, a place of eucalyptus-scented breezes and long golden afternoons. The Sussex family's home, a sprawling estate they purchased after stepping back from royal duties, has become a sanctuary, a place where Archie and Lilibet can grow up away from the relentless glare of the British tabloids, where they can run barefoot on the lawn, tend to chickens, and celebrate holidays in the relaxed, sun-drenched style of American coastal life. Easter at the Sussex house, as Meghan's post revealed, is not about stiff formality or public walkabouts. It is about baskets woven from natural fibers, hand-painted eggs, and the simple thrill of a child spotting a speckled candy egg hidden beneath a lemon tree. The first image in the carousel is a close-up of Lilibet, Lily, as her family calls her, cradling a fluffy white rabbit with pale pink ears. The bunny looks utterly at ease in her small arms, and Lily's smile is radiant, missing 2 front teeth, her curly red hair catching the morning light. She wears a soft lilac cotton dress, and tucked behind one ear is a small white flower. The caption on the image, added in Meghan's own handwritten style font, reads, "Lilibet with her bunny." It is a quiet nod to the little girl's namesake, the late Queen Elizabeth II, whose family nickname was also Lilibet, and who famously loved horses and dogs. But there is something tender about seeing this new Lilibet, so far from the palaces of her great-grandmother, bonding with a rescued rabbit named Clover. Meghan has previously shared that Clover was adopted from a local shelter, and the bunny has become Lily's constant companion. In this Easter photo, the two seem to share a secret, their noses nearly touching. Swipe to the second image, and we see Prince Archie, now 6 and lanky with the gangly grace of a first grader, sitting at a wooden picnic table on the patio. He is intensely focused, a paintbrush in hand, decorating a hard-boiled egg with swirling patterns of blue and gold, the colors of the Ukrainian flag, some noted, though it may have simply been his favorite combination. What is unmistakable is the concentration on his face, the tip of his tongue poking out slightly, his brows knit in gentle determination. Beside him are several finished eggs, one painted like a ladybug, another covered in tiny stars, and a third that appears to have a googly-eyed face. "Archie seen decorating his egg," the caption overlay reads. But what the still image cannot capture is the video clip that follows. A few seconds of Meghan asking, "What color is that one, Archie?" And the little boy replying, without looking up, "It's the color of the sun setting over the ocean, Mama." The internet, predictably, melted. The third and final piece of the post is a short video, just 22 seconds long, shot in a landscape orientation that feels cinematic. It begins with a wide shot of the Sussex backyard, rolling green lawn, a mature oak tree, bursts of pink bougainvillea climbing a stone wall. In the distance, the San Ynez Mountains are hazy with spring mist. And then into the frame run two small figures, Archie in blue shorts and a white polo shirt, Lily and her lilac dress, both holding woven baskets. They're racing toward a hidden egg that Lily has spotted near the base of a bird bath. Their laughter is infectious, a high, breathless giggle from Lily and a deeper, triumphant whoop from Archie as he lets her reach the egg first. They tumble onto the grass together, and Lily holds up her find, a robin's egg blue-dyed egg with a glittering gold stripe. "You found it," Meghan's voice can be heard off camera, warm with pride. "Happy Easter, my loves." The video ends with both children waving at the camera, grass stains on their knees, faces flushed with joy. The final frame holds on the two of them, arms around each other, as the words "California Spring" fade in and out. The hashtags #Easter2026 and Happy Easter were simple, almost understated, but the effect was anything but. Within 6 hours, the post had garnered over 12 million likes. Comments poured in from every corner of the globe, from grandmothers in Kansas who said the video reminded them of their own grandkids' egg hunts, from young parents in Tokyo who noted how peaceful the children seemed, from royal watchers in London who admitted, often grudgingly, that the California life seems to suit them. Notable celebrities chimed in. Oprah Winfrey posted 3 heart emojis. Doria Ragland, Meghan's mother, wrote, "My sweetest bunnies," and even a few previously anonymous members of the British royal household staff reportedly liked the post from private accounts. But why did this particular Easter greeting cause such a widespread emotional response? To answer that, we must go deeper than the surface-level sweetness. The post succeeded because it told a story of freedom, of healing, of childhood reclaimed. For years, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were depicted by certain media outlets as grim, scheming figures who had abandoned duty for celebrity. Yet here, in 22 seconds of video and 2 still photographs, was irrefutable evidence of something else, a family at peace. Archie and Lilibet were not somber little royals in shorts and polished shoes, walking behind a coffin or bowing to a crowd. They were simply children. Messy, joyful, grass-stained children, doing what children have done for generations on Easter morning. The only difference was that these children also happened to hold titles, and their mother chose to share their joy with the world on her own terms. Let us examine the details that made this post so effective. First, the aesthetic. Meghan has always had a keen eye for visual storytelling, and this was no exception. The colors were soft and natural, no harsh filters, no oversaturation. The lighting was golden hour magic, suggesting the photos were taken just as the morning fog burned off. The framing was intimate but not invasive. We saw the children's faces clearly, but also saw their environment, the trees, the flowers, the unhurried space to run. In contrast to the formal, distant portraits sometimes released by other royal households, these felt like snapshots a mother would take, not a public relations team. Second, the authenticity. Meghan did not try to hide the imperfections. Lily's hair was a little messy. Archie had a faint smear of blue paint on his cheek. The bunny's fur was not perfectly brushed. One of the hidden eggs was visible in the background of the video, half out of its hiding spot. These flaws were not flaws at all. They were proof of real life. In an era of curated perfection where influencer Easter photos are often staged and reshot until every element is flawless, Meghan offered something radically different. A family actually enjoying themselves, not performing enjoyment. Third, the emotional resonance of the children's names and titles. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet are not just honorifics. They carry the weight of history, tradition, and also controversy. Archie was not granted a princely title at birth due to archaic rules that were later amended. Lilibet's name was debated in the press. By using their full titles in the caption, not in a defensive way, but simply as a matter of fact, Meghan reclaimed the narrative. These are royal children, yes, but they are also children who paint eggs and chase bunnies. The titles do not diminish their childhood. Rather, the childhood makes the titles seem almost irrelevant. That is a powerful reframing. Fourth, the location, California. In the video, you can hear birds that are not European robins, but California towhees. The trees are live oaks and lemon trees. The light has that specific West Coast quality, bright but soft, as if filtered through marine haze. For the Sussex family, California is not just a place to live. It is a symbol of escape from a system that, by many accounts, was crushing them. Prince Harry has spoken openly about his mental health struggles within the royal institution. Meghan has described feeling suicidal and being denied help. Here, in the sunshine of Montecito, they have built a life where their children can wake up on Easter morning and run barefoot to find eggs without a single palace press officer telling them how to stand or what to wave at. That freedom is palpable in every frame. Now, let us consider the cultural context of Easter 2026. The world at that moment was emerging from a particularly harsh winter, not just meteorologically, but geopolitically and emotionally. Conflicts lingered, economies were fragile, and many people felt exhausted by bad news. Easter, as a holiday of resurrection and hope, carried extra weight. Meghan's post did not explicitly reference any of this. It didn't need to. The sight of two small children laughing and hunting for eggs was an act of gentle defiance against despair. It reminded viewers that joy still exists, that spring still comes, that families still gather. In a fractured world, a mother sharing her children's happiness is a universal language. The reaction from the British press was, as always, split. The tabloids that had spent years attacking Meghan were forced to either ignore the post, which they could not, given its popularity, or find an angle. The Daily Mail ran a headline, "Meghan shares rare glimpse of Archie and Lilibet's California Easter, but where are Harry and the Crown?" The answer, of course, was that Prince Harry was presumably behind the camera. Meghan's caption credited herself as the videographer, filming Meghan, but Harry's absence from the frame was a deliberate choice. This was a post about the children, not the parents. The Daily Express took a softer tone, calling the video the sweetest Sussex family moment yet. Meanwhile, in the United States and across the Commonwealth, the response was overwhelmingly positive. Even some staunch monarchists admitted on social media that it's nice to see them happy. But beyond the media chatter, what truly touched people was the specificity of the moments Meghan chose to share. The image of Lilibet with her bunny was not just cute, it was tender. The rabbit, Clover, is known to be a rescue, a detail Meghan has shared in past interviews. That small fact adds a layer of compassion. This is a family that teaches their children to care for vulnerable creatures. Archie decorating his egg was not just an activity, it was a glimpse of his personality, focused, creative, thoughtful. His description of the paint color as the color of the sun setting over the ocean suggests a boy who is observant, poetic, and deeply connected to his natural surroundings. And the video of the egg hunt? Well, that was pure, unscripted joy. You can't fake the way Lily shrieks when she spots the blue egg. You can't stage the way Archie instinctively slows down so his little sister can win. In a longer context, this Easter post fits into a broader pattern of how Meghan and Harry have chosen to share their children with the world. Unlike the traditional royal model, where children are seen only at carefully managed events like Trooping the Color or Christmas church services, the Sussexes release images sporadically, often tied to holidays or personal milestones. We saw Archie blowing out candles on his birthday, Lilibet taking her first steps, the family planting a tree in memory of a loved one. Each image is a gift, not an obligation. And crucially, the children's faces are always shown clearly. There is no hiding behind angles or emojis. Meghan has said in the past that she wants her children to be able to tell their own stories one day, but that in the meantime she will share moments of joy on her own terms. This Easter post was a perfect example. Joyful, controlled, and utterly authentic. Let us also take a moment to appreciate the sweetness of the setting. The Sussex estate in Montecito is not a palace, though it is certainly large and beautiful. It has a pool, a chicken coop, a vegetable garden, and, importantly, a long, sloping lawn perfect for egg hunts. In the video, you can see a wooden archway draped with pastel ribbons and hand-painted wooden eggs hanging from the branches of the oak tree. This was not the work of a professional event planner. It had the charming, slightly lopsided look of a homemade decoration. Perhaps Archie and Lily helped string the ribbons. Perhaps Meghan and Harry stayed up late the night before, boiling eggs and mixing natural dyes from turmeric and beets. That is the story the Post invites us to believe, and there is no reason to doubt it. The caption itself deserves analysis. Happy Easter from Meghan Sussex is notable for the use of Meghan Sussex, not Meghan Markle, not the Duchess of Sussex, but a chosen name that signifies her married identity while also claiming her own space. Prince Archie and Prince Lilibet Easter egg hunt is slightly ungrammatical in the most endearing way, missing an apostrophe in Easter egg hunt, or perhaps an S for possession, which adds to the sense that this was typed quickly, excitedly, by a mom eager to share. The emojis, a baby chick and a rabbit, are playful and age-appropriate. The hashtags are generic enough to be discoverable, but personal enough to feel sincere. The credit filmed Meghan is a subtle but important marker. She is not just the subject, she is the creator. She controls the narrative. In the days following the post, many fans created their own responses. Some painted eggs in Archie blue and gold pattern, others adopted rabbits from shelters, naming them Clover. One family in Ohio recreated the entire egg hunt setup, right down to the pastel ribbons on a tree branch. This post had sparked not just admiration, but imitation, the highest form of flattery. Children's mental health advocates praised the video for showing unstructured outdoor play, which is known to reduce anxiety and build resilience. Parenting blogs wrote articles titled, "5 Things the Sussex Easter Egg Hunt Teaches Us About Raising Happy Kids." Even the American Egg Board, a real organization, released a statement saying they were delighted to see the tradition of egg decorating and hunting celebrated so beautifully. And yet, for all the analysis, the post's power ultimately lies in its simplicity. It is a mother sharing her children's joy. That is all. In a world that often feels dark and divided, that small act of sharing, a bunny, a painted egg, a laugh in the California sunshine, becomes a beacon. We do not know Archie and Lilibet personally, we will likely never meet them, but for 22 seconds on Easter morning 2026, we were allowed to stand at the edge of their lawn and watch them be happy. And that, dear watcher, is a gift. So as we close this long, sweet reflection, let us carry a piece of that Montecito Easter with us. Let us remember that joy does not have to be grand to be real. It can be found in a child's grass-stained knees, in a rescue rabbit's twitching nose, in the concentration of a 6-year-old painting an egg the color of the sunset. Happy Easter, indeed, from Meghan Sussex, and from all of us who were lucky enough to witness it. Thank you for the reminder that love, in its simplest form, is always worth sharing.